All right, gamers, this is going to be the final episode of my 100 Exalted Reputation series. And let me tell you, we've got a lot of work ahead of us. We need to get 10 reputations to Exalted. I checked my BFA reputations and they're still bricked. So we're going to have to dig deep and finish strong to find these last few reputations. Let's not waste any more time and dive right into it. Our first reputation is going to be the Consortium from the Burning Crusade, and we are almost too exalted with it. I did a little bit of farming off screen. I ended up running the mana tombs a bunch. That's pretty much one of the ways that you get reputation with them. And the other way is you get these eternal keys and you open cages, and that gives you reputation as well. We have 22 of these prison keys, and now we need to head to the Burning Crusade. So we need to make our way to the Nether Storm, and we have to go to the Ethereum staging grounds, which is going to be right here. And they're going to be prisoners that we have to use the keys on, and once we free them, we get reputation with the Consortium. Let's go ahead and put them on our experience bar, and we made it. So now let's start freeing these prisoners, and let's see the type of reputation that we get. We didn't get any reputation with this guy. Okay, I see. So these guys will drop these ID tags, and then we turn the ID tags in for the reputation. That makes sense. Let's keep opening up these prisons, and we're down to 13 keys. We still have a couple more prisons around here. Here we go. We got the Rescued Cenarian Expedition Druid. The Keepers of Time, thank you for your assistance. Perfect. Okay, there we go. She gave us 500 reputation with the Keepers of Time. I see. We actually have 2 stacks of these. I don't know why, but we have a total of 27 keys. Let's keep opening the rest of these prisons, and maybe we can get some more reputation. And here we go. This is the last queue right here. And we got a Rescued Sha'tari Vindicator, but I'm pretty sure we're exalted with them, and that's why we're not going to get reputation. That makes a lot of sense why we didn't get reputation earlier. The only reputation that we got from opening these was with the Keepers of Time, and that was just 1,000 of it. So now we need to go find Commander Amir and turn these ID tags in, and he's going to be up here. Here he is. Perfect. And each ID tag is going to give us 250 reputation. So now I'm just going to go run through all these and turn them in. We just have one more turn in left, and the shit hit us exalted with the Consortium. And that is Exalted Reputation number 91. Our next Exalted Reputation is going to be the Shattered Sun Offensive. And for that, we need to head back all the way to Shatwrath. And we're back, and we need to take a portal to the Blood Elf Island. Man, I remember grinding this way back in the day, and now we just need to check how much reputation we need. We need 3,000, so that should be just 2 runs of Magister's Terrace. I ended up doing, I think, like 15 to 20 runs of this yesterday, just kind of all tabs in between doing other stuff. I went ahead and preloaded 2 reputations for you guys. There we go. I was correct, and we do need a second run of this place. This place is really easy to grind. I should have done this reputation a lot sooner, because from what I remembered back in the old days, you pretty much had to do all the daily quests here. I completely forgot about the idea of just running the terrace over and over and over again on normal and getting the reputation up that way. So we only need about 220 more reputation. I think this room will give us exalted. There we go. We got exalted with the Shattered Sun Offensive. Perfect. And that is our 92nd exalted reputation. The next reputation to go after is going to be the Scyers. And for that, we have to go back to Shatwrath again. And we're back in Shatwrath. Time to get these Scyers to exalted. And from what I've read online, you can just turn in these arcane tomes, and that gives you reputation every single time you turn it in. I think it's about 350 per turn in. Here we go. This is the Seer. Yes, so we are getting 350 reputation per turn in with these Scyers, and I have 183 tomes. All right, time to just spam these and turn all these in. And this turn in right here hit us revered with the Scyers. So now we need 21,000 reputation worth of turn in. So this is going to take me a few minutes. This should be the final turn-ins right here. And there we go. Shatwrath divided. That means we got exalted with the Scyers, and that was our 93rd exalted reputation. Our next reputation that we should go after is going to be the Kurenai, and with this reputation, the best way to farm it is to kill ogres in the Nagrand area. There's like 3 spawning areas for them, which is really good to farm them at, and they drop these obsidian war beads, and turning 10 of these gives you about 500 reputation with them. So we are currently sitting at honored, so we need to grind quite a bit of these, but it's not too bad. I think it's a 33% chance to draw per ogre killed, so time to fly over there and get to farming. And we just hit revered with the Kurenai. I forgot to mention that killing these ogres gives you 10 reputation per kill, which is just an added bonus. And I've calculated, I think we need somewhere around 400 of these war beads in order to hit exalted. So I'm going to be here for quite a while. You know, it's not the worst thing ever. We actually have worse grinds ahead of us. This one's relatively easy compared to those. So we are currently sitting at 200 obsidian war beads, and with the amount of ogres that we've killed, we're almost at 3,000 into revered with the Kurenai. So the amount of beads is slowly going down. I think right now I would just need 360 beads in order to hit exalted. So I'm going to keep grinding until I reach that point where the amount of beads is enough for me to hit exalted. After about an hour of grinding, I'm pretty sure I have enough obsidian war beads to hit exalted with the Kurenai. So now I'm going to go ahead and turn them in. Let's see. I believe the turn-in is in this camp right here. Right here, maybe? No, this is the Consortium. And let me just go ahead and pick everything up from here. There we go. We got their tabard as well. After looking it up online, the turn-in is actually over here. And I had to go back and grind 10 more of those beads because I accidentally turned them into the Consortium guy. I'm pretty sure the turn-in is right here. And this is giving me 500 reputation per turn-in. And we just need about 13,000 rep. There we go. And this should be the last turn in. Nice. And we got the Diplomat achievement, which means we got the Timbermaw Hold, the Kurenai, and the Sporgar 2 Exalted. And that was our 94th Exalted reputation of the series. This one does come with mounts, and I believe the mount vendor should be somewhere over here. Here he is. And this gives us some recipes and some transmog, and that's all great. But what I'm really interested in is these 8 mounts. Time to equip all of them, and this is what they look like. They're just the Talbook mounts. I love them. Nice. And this right here actually puts us at 390 out of 400 mounts, and with the last one we're at 391. So the next reputation that we should go after, that I think won't take a lot of time either, is the Sha'tari Skyguard. I believe to get reputation with these Skyguard, there are mobs that you can kill over here in the Skedis area. There's also a small repeatable quest chain that gives you around 500 reputation for doing it as well. And it's just going to be another grind. There is something that you could do to turn the Shadow Dust into an NPC for 150 rep. You can buy that from the auction house, but I'm not sure if I can just unlimited spam turn in for reputation. But I will look into it and I'll see if it works. Let's start grinding the Sha'tari Skyguard. This is actually amazing news. You can just infinitely turn in the Shadow Dust and you get 150 reputation per turn in. I will say the Shadow Dust is expensive. I bought 250 of it for around 15k, but this is actually a lot easier than I thought. So I'm just going to keep turning this in, and we actually just hit honored with the Sha'tari Skyguard. Great. And I'll let you guys know when I hit revered. After turning 250 dust in, I ended up getting 5,369 out of 12,000 reputation, which was definitely not enough. And I thought about it. I went back and just bought 1,000 plus of the Shadow Dust. It cost me around 65k, but I think it was worth it just to kind of lock this reputation down and be able to move on to the next one, because the ones that are coming up are going to be a lot grindier than the ones that I've done so far. Here we go. And now it's time to turn all of this Shadow Dust in and hit Exalted with the Sha'tari Skyguard. There we go. That's revered. And now we just need 21,000 more reputation. This should be the last 2 turn-ins right here. Bang. We're officially exalted with the Sha'tari Skyguard. And I believe with that comes a few mounts. Here's the fella here that will sell us these mounts. Let's go ahead and grab all this transmog, and we have a total of 6 mounts. Perfect. And this is what they look like. They are the Nether Rays. That's kind of cool. And that puts us at 396 mounts out of 400. And that is our 95th Exalted Reputation of the series. The next reputation I'm going to go after is going to be the Ashtongue Deathsworn, and they're going to be located in the Black Temple. For that, I'm going to have to run the Black Temple multiple times without killing the bosses in order to farm that reputation high enough to where on my final run, I can kill the bosses and hit Exalted. Let's see how much reputation I get for just doing one full run. The beginning intro area gave me 500 reputation. So worst case, I'll just run the beginning segment right here and then just restart the zone over and over again. After double checking, if I do kill the first boss, I won't be able to reset the instance. So I pretty much have to run the sewers of the Black Temple over and over and over again until I reach about 14,000 reputation. And then it's safe for me to kill all the bosses and it should hit me Exalted. Let's see how many sewer runs this takes. I just finished my 10th run of the sewers in the Black Temple, and we're currently sitting at 4,586 reputation out of 21,000. I think we'll probably need to do this run at least 3 times. Yeah, I just did the math, and after 3 runs, we'll hit about 14,000. Now I have to wait 1 hour for my instances to reset. Then I can do all 10 runs again. So I've ran the sewers at the Black Temple, I think close to 30 times, and we've been able to acquire 16,382 rep. So now I can finally do a full clear of the Black Temple in order to get this reputation to Exalted. This honestly wasn't even that bad. I really should have done this during the Burning Crusade time walking event. That way I would have gotten a lot more reputation and it would have been way more time efficient. This is what I get for waiting until the last moment to do all of this. I think I'm going to hit Exalted before I even get anywhere close to Illidan. And this is going to be the 7th boss. And this right here should hit us Exalted with the Ashtongue Deathsworn. So there we go. We got the achievement. And that is our 96th Exalted Reputation of the series. So we're on good pace, but the next Exalted Reputations are going to be significantly slower than the 6 that we've done so far. For our next reputation that we're going to be grinding this episode, we're going to be going after the Keepers of Time. And as you can see, I've already done some just daily heroic runs in the Caverns of Time. There we go. Let's fly all the way into the Caverns of Time. We're going to be running the Black Morass or the Old Hillsbrand Foothills on normal over and over again. We could also run these on heroic by just not doing any of the bosses and running through, but I'll see which one yields me the most amount of reputation per run. But this is definitely going to be a lot slower than any of the reputations that we've done so far. I'm going to go ahead and do 10 runs of the Old Hillsbrand Foothills dungeon, and I'll see how much reputation I get. All right, so we just hit revered with the Keepers of Time. So in order to get this much reputation, I went ahead and I did a full run of Black Morass on heroic, and then I'm also running Old Hillsbrand Foothills right now on heroic actually. And this is something that I found on Wowhead, which looks like I guess a clever use of game mechanics, one might call it that. So you free Thrall from his prison, then you run all the way up here. So you run out and you end up killing both of these packs on the bridge. There we go. And here is the second pack. Then you run all the way back. Then you wait for the pack that's right here on the entrance to the fortress to spawn. You kill this, and you get reputation for that as well. Then Thrall runs all the way down here. There's another pack that spawns here. There it is. And you just have to let Thrall die right here. And every single time this happens, he resets back at the prison. Each one of these runs gives me about 259 reputation. From what I've read on Wowhead, you can do this up to 20 times because after the 20th time, you basically fail the instance and you can't continue. So now we go all the way back to the prison cell again, and he should spawn here in just a second. There he is. And you can start the cycle all over again. So far, this has been a pretty good way to get reputation. I think I've gotten close to about 7,000 reputation, and I've been doing this for about an hour. So we just need to get 20,000 more reputation with the Keepers of Time, and we'll be done with this reputation. So I finally got the message. It says, I have set back the flow of time just once more. If you fail to prevent Thrall's death, then all will be lost. Right now, I'm currently sitting at 1,728 rep out of the 21,000 that I need. Overall, this has been a very, very good strategy to get reputation. And now I can finish up the zone on heroic. After this, I'll probably either continue doing this zone or Black Morass, depending on which one is faster. And I'll just run them on normal over and over again until I hit exalted. I've been in here for, I think, close to 4 hours. My brain is absolutely melted at this point. This place sucks. I hate it. This place takes forever, but it is a consistent source of reputation. Having one more run through of the Black Morass will be able to hit us exalted. So I definitely don't recommend you do this if there's not a Burning Crusade event going on. This is just a waste of time if you don't have like a specific goal of reputations or something. How this dungeon works is that you sit here and through these portals comes out one NPC, and when you kill him you get reputation. And there's a total of 18 portals, and every 6 portals a boss comes out. What I found beneficial is if you go right here in the middle of these 3 islands and you put the guild banner down, it reaches all the portals, so you get the 15% rep increase bonus. So with the banner on normal, you're getting around 57, 58, somewhere between 50 to 58 reputation per kill, and the bosses are somewhere around like 125, 130. So it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's just so slow and so mind-numbingly boring. To make things worse, I don't even think this is going to be the worst grind I'm going to have to do. My mental is just fried right now. I've seen too much swamp, and it looks like we just need less than 200 reputation until we hit exalted. I'm so happy this grind is almost over. And finally, the last kill that'll push us over the edge, and bang. We got it. And with that, we also got an achievement called the Burning Crusader, which you get for getting 5 of these reputations to exalted. Oh, all right. And that was also Exalted Reputation number 97. The next reputation that we're going to go after is called the Violent Eye. That is a reputation that you get by clearing the Karazhan raid. We're going to be using a similar strategy that we used in the Black Temple by going in and killing all of the mobs in the raid while not killing the bosses. That way we are able to reset the zone over and over again and grind up those mobs. And if I'm not mistaken, each mob in Karazhan gives you 15 reputation towards the Violent Eye. So let's see how many runs it takes for us to get from halfway through Honored all the way to Exalted. So I went ahead and cleared the beginning areas of Karazhan, and it took me about 6 minutes to clear all of this. Maybe I could go further, but I'm not sure if I have to kill bosses, and I'm too afraid to find out. But this gave me roughly 4,000 reputation. Honestly, I think I can grind this reputation up in probably about an hour. So I thought this was going to be a lot worse. There's just a lot of mobs in here that give reputation. This reputation is so easy compared to what I just did. So now it's time to leave, reset the instance, and just start grinding. This was the second run that I did, and we're already revered with the Violent Eye. And I still have a few more mobs that I can kill. I'm actually super excited about this. This is going to be so easy. After about 6 or 7 runs, I think I'm finally ready to start actually clearing the raid, because we definitely have enough reputation to hit Exalted. I kind of just turned my brain off and just kept running the same stuff over and over again because I got lost in the sauce playing Hearthstone. So let's just go ahead and kill a couple bosses, and we'll hit Exalted with the Violent Eye. There we go. And no mount. That's okay. We didn't want the mount anyways. We just need 120 more reputation. I think these packs, yeah. There we go. And we are officially exalted with the Violent Eye. That was our 98th exalted reputation. I think at this point, I am incredibly tired. I will log in tomorrow and finish off this grind. I think the plan is going to be to grind up these scales of the sands next. And then after that, I don't know. Everything else is just so far out of reach. I don't know. That seems like a problem for a future me. So after some well-needed rest, I am back to grind out the last 2 reputations. The next reputation we should go after is the Scale of the Sands. And you can get reputation with them by doing the Battle for Mount Hyjal raid, which is up here in the Caverns of Time. Originally, the strategy for this was to do the first 7 waves of the first boss and then teleport out of the zone. But after doing more research, it turns out that the mobs in the Horde encampment encampment and the Alliance base, they respawn. So even after you've killed the bosses, you can just go from camp to camp and just farm up the mobs. At least that's what the people on Wowhead are saying. Hopefully they're correct. Otherwise, we're kind of screwed, because as soon as we kill that first boss, we will not be able to reset the instance like we've done before. All right, so we're going to start the waves with Lady Jane of Proudmoore. I'm going to go ahead and put the Scales of the Sands on my experience bar, and we can get started. So we ended up clearing the Horde encampment, and we got both of the bosses that were here, and that put us almost at Honored with the Scale of the Sands. So now the next part of the strategy is you go and kill Archimond, and then you are able to teleport back from Nordrassil to the Horde encampment over and over again, and it spawns packs of mobs here. Hopefully that theory is correct. So I just wanted to give you guys an update. I ended up killing Archimond. I've been struggling to spawn mobs at the Alliance and the Horde encampment. Turns out you can summon mobs at the Alliance base as well. I don't know. There's just a lot of conflicting information on Wowhead. This isn't really how this is supposed to work, whatever the hell it is I'm doing here, but I think I've managed to figure it out. So you end up killing the mobs in the Alliance camp after they've respawned. You run all the way over here in the Horde camp, you kill them. Then you run all the way over here to the corner where you phase into Nordrassil, and then you turn around and you make your way back. And sometimes the Horde encampment is spawned like it is right here. This is a ton of mobs, and each one of these is giving me about 15 reputation apiece. And then you can run all the way back to the Alliance camp. Hopefully it's the same. So I have yet to check how much a full cycle of this gives me in terms of reputation, but we are currently sitting at 2,000 reputation into Honored. If you're thinking of doing something similar to this, don't do it. That's my recommendation. Just clear this raid once per week like a normal person, and don't waste your time with whatever this is. But I'm going to keep grinding, and I guess I'll just set a timer or something and see how much reputation I can get within like an hour or so. After 1 hour of grinding the zone out, I'm currently sitting at 10,000 out of 12,000 reputation with them in Honored. I think I've perfected the method. I'll walk you guys through this step by step. This is really boring. This is probably going to take me another 3 hours to grind to Exalted. Keep in mind, the zone is entirely cleared. We're going to go to the Horde encampment portal, right? We have a set of Infernals. We can go ahead and kill these. This is fine as well. There we go. This is the last Infernal. And then the plan is to mount up and then run all the way over here until the zone changes for you. All right, there we go. It says Hydral Summit. Then we turn right back around and run into the Horde encampment. And as you can see from a distance, all of the giant Infernals are back. And we're also going to get some additional monsters as well, like these ghouls. There we go. And we got another big pack that spawned over here. Sometimes this pack spawns, sometimes it doesn't. Like sometimes you can clear all of this and you get nothing else. There we go. And after clearing all of this, there should be one more pack of ghouls that spawns somewhere on this road. And right on time, there it is. It's also random the amount that spawns. It's not always this many. Most of the time, it's like, I think just 10 ghouls. I think this is probably more than 10. Now that we're done with the Horde encampment, you run over here and you just jump off. We respawn and we go to the Alliance encampment over here, and as you can see, another set of mobs have spawned here. We can clear all these out. After we clear out the Alliance camp, we go up here and we do the same exact trick that we did for the Horde camp. We wait for it to change zones, then we come back, then we look over there between the two towers and there's nothing there. So you have to do this twice here, and there we go. One more, and yep, there it is. So we spawned the other pack that's going to be over here. And I think we got like a total of 1,300-ish reputation for that full clear, but that's pretty much it. So from here, you go all the way back up the hill and just jump off and then teleport to the Horde encampment and just start the whole cycle again. Overall, this is pretty bad. I thought the Black Morass was going to be bad, but I think this is pretty terrible. The positive is that this is a consistent way of gaining reputation. All right, so this is where we're at with the Scale of the Sands reputation. We're currently just past halfway. Probably say it took me close to 2 hours to farm this much reputation. We're finally over the hump. Now it's just time to sit down and focus up and grind the rest of this reputation. 2 hours later, and we're finally done with this grind. This was a tough one, I'll say, but we got it done. And that was the Scale of the Sands to Exalted. I'm so happy this is over. Now it's time to figure out what the last reputation is going to be. We just need one more. We just did reputation number 99. What's going to be 100? After spending 2 hours looking at every single possible reputation in the game, scrolling through different Wowhead articles, different reputations on Wowhead, just grinding out the rest of this plan, trying to figure out which reputation I could do. Originally, I wanted to do Booty Bay because that one was honored, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, it's halfway through honored. How hard could it be to get to Exalted? And then I calculated the reputation gain I would be getting. It would take me close to 30 hours of non-stop grinding to get to Exalted with that reputation. I got really depressed. Not going to be able to finish the series. This is going to suck. And then I started to think outside the box. What if I can get a reputation that's not even on here, but it counts towards the 100 Exalted Reputations achievement? I can go get reputation with the Bloodsail Buccaneers. All I have to do is just stand here in the Booty Bay and just farm goblins all day. I read somewhere on Wowhead that some guy was able to reach Exalted within 2 to 3 hours, which is, compared to some of the other grinds that I've done this episode, not that bad. I guess we'll just have to see. If we go down this path and it turns out to be absolute garbage, there's no going back. So I think I'm going to commit, and I'm just going to go all into the Bloodsail Buccaneers. So this game is absolutely bricked. The reason why the Bloodsail Buccaneers aren't in the classic tab of the reputations is because the pre-patch just bricked every single thing that has to do with reputations. You can still get reputation with them, it's just not shown on here and you can't track it. So I'm gonna have to do this blind. I just killed my first goblin and I got 25 reputation with the Bloodsail Buccaneers. Oh, but I think what I can do is I can track the reputation through my all the things achievement thing. Let's see if this works. Okay, so this is going to be my only way of tracking my progress with the Bloodsail Buccaneers through this third-party add-on. That's good. So as you can see, we need 55,345 reputation to Exalted, and I think the Bruisers give about 25 reputation apiece. So this will definitely take me at least 3 hours to do, if not more. All right, I'm going to start the grind, and I'll let you guys know when I get to some milestone here. This honestly is not too bad. There's actually a DK here that is farming them as well, and he's like somewhere over there. But shout out to this guy for being able to group and not have to fight over these mobs. Yeah, the best place to kill these bruisers is in like this area right here. They respawn pretty quickly as well. All right, so I've actually been here for maybe 30 minutes and we're already at friendly with the Bloodsail Buccaneers. This is crazy reputation gain. I think I got like 15,000 rep in the last 30 minutes. I think this is only going to take me like another hour and we're going to get the Bloodsail Buccaneers to Exalted. This is so easy. All you do is plant the banner down right here and you just run around and kill bruisers. But as you can see, it's just stacking up. Like there's a ton of reputation to be had here. I thought this was going to be really bad, but this is actually kind of fun. After maybe like an hour and a half of farming, we ended up getting to Revered with the Bloodsail Buccaneers. So we just need 20,000 more reputation until we hit Exalted and get our 100th Exalted reputation. And we're currently sitting at almost 20,000 reputation out of the 21,000 that we need. So we are entering the final stretch. I'm so tired. I just want to be free. 812 more reputation to go. Let's see, 600 more. I'm sorry, guy. The bankers have to go to 400 left. 300. Oh, we're so close. 200. Less than 100 reputation to go. Oh my god. We're so close to being done. Man, has this been a long journey. Let's have 12 more reputation left. So let's kill these guys right here. And we're officially done. That was Exalted Reputation number 100. I can't believe it. This took months to do, which is crazy. Yeah, that's it. Obviously, let's equip our esteemed title. There we go. Got that equipped. And let's check out the mount that we got. And here it is. This is the mount that you get for getting 100 Exalted Reputations. This is crazy. And I'm super happy I was able to pull out the last reputation with the Bloodsail Buccaneers because I couldn't even imagine myself being able to grind all of these Steam Weedle cartels to Exalted. That would have taken 30 plus hours of non-stop grinding. There's no way I could have done that. I just want to do one more thing in this episode, and that's to get to 400 mounts. I think that's a great way to cap off the series. For mount number 398, we're going to go ahead and claim the pre-patch mount. So this is the Remembered Golden Griffin. This is just the regular Griffin skin, reskinned. Nice. Okay, so there's 2 more mounts left on my agenda, and one of them is to figure out how to do the one that I tried to do last episode by getting 20 crystals. Here it is, these abyssal fragments. So I figured it out. You have to go to Borealis, and it's actually in the Storm Song Valley area. So the waypoint says it's all the way up here in the Shrine of the Storm. So I think it's somewhere behind this waterfall. Oh, it's behind this smaller waterfall that's right here. I see, and there is the Altar of the Abyss. So now we're going to take our 20 abyssal fragments and combine them right here, and this should spawn a boss for us to kill. I think the abyssal icon is going to be somewhere else. And here is the abyssal icon. Now we can use the essence on this idol, and this should spawn a boss. It does. There we go. And the boss is dead. And we got the Nashatar Blood Serpent mount. Let's go check it out. Apparently this was a secret mount, and here we go. This is the Blood Serpent mount. That's cool. So we just have one more mount left, and I'm so happy I'll finally be able to finish this one because I've been working on this one for quite some time, and this is the Stolen Breath of Onara. But we already got the hard part done for this mount because we were able to grind out the Stolen Breaths through running the Onara Plains Mythic Dungeon. Now we need to go back to Dragonflight and fly to Onara Plains. So I went ahead and got everything on the shopping list for the mount. Now we need to go over here and pick up this quest right here. And we need to approach Onara at the Onara's Roost, which is going to be on top of this mountain right here. Here they are. Let's turn this quest in. And with this, we get mount number 400. And we also get a mount for getting 400. So let's check out the Divine Kiss of Onara first. This mount is actually unique because it transforms you into the bird. So you're not like riding it, you're actually the mount itself. This is super cool. I like it. And now we can check out the amount that we get for getting 400 mounts, and that's the Frenzied Felltalon, and it's this one right here. This is pretty cool too. I like it. But with that, I want to thank everyone again for the support for my 100 Exalted series. This has been really, really fun to work on and to have as like a side project for myself for this year. And I've been super happy with the progress that we were able to do. It's been really, really fun to do all of the old content in this game, and I'm super excited to play The War Within. Also, I'll probably still end up making videos. I'll have closer to a mix of collection videos and probably more like Windwalker Monk, Raid, and Mythic Plus and PvP videos as well. So I'll just see whatever I'm vibing with at the time. That's probably what I'll be working on more in terms of making these YouTube videos. Thank you again. And with that, I think I'll just end the episode.